All right, so real quick today, we're going to show you how to get rid of glare when you're lighting people with glasses. So you're going to go from images like this to images like this with just a few simple moves. All right, so let's begin by talking about a traditional setup where you have 2, maybe 3 lights, 45-degree angles, and it's the advice that you get no matter what. When you're in school or you go online and you look at YouTube, this is the setup that people are suggesting. However, it almost never seems to take into account people wearing glasses. But first, if you're interested in any of the gear that we're using or the presets that we're using, you could check down in the description. I'll have everything linked there. So we set up our little pop-up headshot studio here to kind of demonstrate things with the traditional advice that I just talked about that we'd be getting. Normally you get like 2 lights here, like a key and a fill, and maybe something for the background. So like you get a kick light on the back of the hair. Or something illuminating your background. So we're going to set that up real quick and have Kim sit down and set it up how everyone advises us to. See how that looks. We'll see the glare in the glasses, and then we'll talk about what we can do to fix it.
So as you can see here, we have our key light and our fill light at 45-degree angles. And as you can see, I have some serious glare on my glasses.
So instead of having the lights set up 45 degrees and they're coming at the angle and reflecting directly back off into the camera, what we want is to kind of widen this angle just ever so slightly so it's a bit more obtuse. This way we get a lot more light coming across the plane of the glasses instead of reflecting across it. So it's going to be a little bit more of like a glancing blow of light. So we're going to widen these up just a little bit, widen this up a little bit, and we're actually going to push them in just a little bit closer. And this is going to help with some of that. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to raise up the key light so that it will hit our subject not only at a 45-degree angle from the plane of their face and the surface of the glasses, but a 45-degree angle going up as well.
Now we've removed almost all of the glare from my glasses. You just need to watch out for harsh shadows from the frame onto the face. You can't remove all of it, but you can make it a little less harsh by slightly adjusting the light up here and tilting it up slightly towards the top of the head. So as you can see, the line isn't completely gone now, but it is a lot softer.
Now for solution number 2, we have this. And let me just say this is our backup option because we always want to control with our lighting when possible, but there are some situations where you just can't control the lighting because it's all fixed. So that's where these polarizing filters come in. So this happens to be a circular polarizing filter. It also has 1 stop of an ND filter on it. So it's also great for shooting outside and not blowing out your highlights if you want to, have like a f1.8, without blowing out all of your whites.
As you can see, there's still some glare on this side of my face. And so Mike is going to put the filter on. And it's going to be a stop down, so we have to adjust for that. But it's going to significantly reduce the glare that's coming in on the right side of my face.
So like I said, it doesn't make a world of difference, but it does make a slight little thing. So sometimes you can combine moving some lights that you do have control of. Maybe you don't have a softbox. Maybe you forgot your softbox or your softbox got ripped. All things that have happened to me in real life. So these are good things to kind of like pull out in a pinch. They're also really good if you want to shoot through a window and somebody's on the other side of it and reduce some of that glare, or if you're shooting through water. So these are just like a nice little handy thing to have in your pack just in case. So I always keep a CP filter in my bag, less so for portraits, more so if, let's say I have an engagement shoot and I know somebody in the couple has glasses. I like to just have that on me because we're doing a lot of candid style shots, and I don't have to think about all of these different reflections and glare things. I just kind of put it on there and you kind of forget that it's there and you don't even realize it's working until you take it off and you're like, oh yeah, there's a lot more glares in my scene than I kind of got used to. So highly recommend having a CP filter as a backup just in case you can't control for something when you're on location. And that brings us to the final spot where I say thanks for watching and please hit the subscribe button and comment below what other videos you would like to see us make next. Bye.